In recent decades, the world has watched as China has undertaken a monumental transformation, a shift so rapid and profound it has redrawn the global economic map. This isn't just a story of growth, it's a calculated, state-driven metamorphosis. For years, the nation was defined by its role as the world's factory, a powerhouse of mass production. But that identity has been deliberately shed, replaced by a far more ambitious vision: to become a self-reliant global leader in technological innovation. We've seen this ambition realized in sectors from 5G telecommunications and artificial intelligence to space exploration. This strategic pivot from imitation to indigenous creation is backed by immense national investment and a clear political will to dominate the industries of the future. Yet this rapid ascent is perhaps nowhere more visible or more strategically significant than in the realm of military hardware. Here, advancements in aerospace engineering, material science, and digital systems, fields that once took Western powers generations to master, are now being achieved in mere years. This compressed timeline reflects a national priority to modernize the People's Liberation Army into a force capable of projecting power far beyond its borders. Public displays of this newfound prowess have become a staple of national celebrations, filling Tiananmen Square with sophisticated weaponry. These parades are not just for a domestic audience. They are carefully choreographed messages to the world. Each new missile, drone, and aircraft is designed to project formidable strength and, crucially, to demonstrate technological parity with established military powers. These events invariably capture international attention, analyzed by defense experts and policymakers alike. They signal a clear ambition to reshape the geopolitical landscape, challenging the post-Cold War status quo. More than just symbolism, this hardware demonstrates a capability that is rapidly closing the technological gap with the West, particularly the United States. At the very heart of this military modernization effort stands the Chengdu J-20, known as the Mighty Dragon. As China's premier fifth-generation stealth fighter, it represents the pinnacle of the country's aerospace industry. It is, without question, the crown jewel of the People's Liberation Army Air Force, embodying a new era of Chinese air power. The J-20 was explicitly designed and built to challenge America's dominance in stealth aviation, a domain long held by the F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Lightning II. On paper, it boasts a compelling mix of stealth, advanced sensors, and long-range capabilities. But developing a fifth-generation fighter is an incredibly complex undertaking. Beyond the airframe, true capability lies in the maturity of its core systems and the doctrine that guides its use. Despite its impressive debut, a closer analysis reveals that 5 key flaws may significantly limit its real-world effectiveness and its ability to truly match its American counterparts in a conflict. At the heart of any advanced fighter jet lies its engine, a complex marvel of engineering that dictates nearly every aspect of its performance. A fighter jet's performance is dictated by the power and reliability of its engines, which determine its maximum speed, its high-G maneuvering agility, and its overall combat effectiveness. For the J-20, this has been a persistent Achilles heel. The initial batches of J-20s relied on Russian AL-31FM2 engines, proven, capable power plants, but fundamentally fourth generation at heart. These were a necessary stopgap, allowing airframe development and pilot training to proceed while China's domestic engine program matured. Reliable, yes, but they were a compromise, lacking the raw thrust, fuel efficiency, and stealth characteristics demanded by a true fifth-generation platform. Their conventional rounded nozzles were a significant contributor to the J-20's rear aspect radar cross-section, a vulnerability in beyond visual range combat. As a crucial interim step, China transitioned to the domestically produced WS-10C. This engine represented a significant step forward, most visibly with its serrated sawtooth nozzles, a design specifically engineered to scatter radar waves and cool exhaust gases, thereby improving the aircraft's rear aspect radar and infrared signatures. While the WS-10C provided a modest thrust increase and better stealth, it still fell short of the performance benchmarks set by the F-22's Pratt & Whitney F-119, particularly its coveted Super Cruise Edge. the ability to sustain supersonic flight without afterburners. The ultimate solution has always been the WS-15, a high-thrust turbofan designed from the ground up to deliver true supercruise capability and agility parity with its American counterparts. However, developing such an advanced engine is a monumental task. The program has been plagued by significant delays, grappling with challenges in material science, endurance testing, and overall reliability setbacks under extreme flight conditions. Only recently has the WS-15 reportedly entered serial production, meaning very few operational J-20s are equipped with it today. This creates a logistical and tactical challenge. A fleet split among the AL-31, the WS-10C, and the nascent WS-15. This results in uneven performance profiles across the force and a persistent power deficit per engine of roughly 3,000 pounds of thrust compared to the F-119, limiting the entire fleet's potential until the WS-15 is fully integrated. Stealth is the defining characteristic of fifth-generation fighters, a complex suite of technologies designed for one purpose: to penetrate, engage, and survive in heavily contested airspace. It isn't a cloak of invisibility, but a means to drastically delay detection, giving a pilot the critical advantage of first look, first shot, and first kill. This ability to operate undetected, even for a few crucial moments, can determine the outcome of an entire conflict. The core metric is radar cross-section, or RCS, a measure of how visible an object is to radar. For stealth aircraft, the goal is to shrink this signature from the size of a barn door to that of a golf ball, or even smaller. Achieving this requires a holistic approach. Shape is paramount. Every surface, edge, and intake is meticulously angled to deflect radar waves away from the enemy's receiver. But shaping alone is not enough. Advanced radar-absorbent materials, or RAM, are integrated into the aircraft's skin to soak up electromagnetic energy. Specialized coatings further reduce the radar signature while also helping to manage the aircraft's heat profile. True low observability means controlling the entire signature spectrum: infrared from engines, acoustic noise, and even its own radio frequency emissions. The J-20 visibly incorporates these design principles, featuring hallmark stealth features like internal weapons bays to maintain a clean profile, a chiseled nose, and a frameless canopy. Yet its overall design, particularly its large canards and conventional round engine nozzles on early models, likely yields a larger, less consistent radar cross-section than the F-22's famously refined, marble-like frontal signature. This is a deliberate trade-off. The J-20's significant size grants it impressive range and a large payload capacity, aligning with its intended role as a long-range interceptor. But physics is unforgiving. A bigger target is inherently easier to detect. The forward canards, while providing exceptional agility, are a major compromise for stealth. Their movement creates fleeting but significant radar reflections, and their surfaces present complex angles that are difficult to shield from all aspects. Early engine nozzles were another weak point, creating significant side and rear radar and infrared signatures. Recognizing these vulnerabilities, newer production blocks of the J-20 feature refined, serrated nozzles and improved materials to mitigate these signatures, demonstrating a clear iterative design philosophy. However, China's strategy of frequent public displays at air shows and parades, while impressive for domestic and international audiences, presents a significant intelligence risk. These events allow adversaries to collect invaluable multi-angle signature data using passive sensors, building detailed electronic profiles that map out the aircraft's radar, spikes, and vulnerabilities. This intelligence erodes the element of surprise and compromises survivability in real operations. This data may corroborate claims from neighboring air forces like India's, which have reported detecting the J-20 on their radars, suggesting its stealth performance may not yet match top Western benchmarks like the F-22 or F-35. Upgrades to materials, coatings, and engine nozzles are clearly ongoing. But achieving true, durable, all-aspect low observability, especially under the rigors of daily maintenance and operations, remains one of the most difficult challenges in military aviation, and for the J-20, it is a lingering question. Beyond stealth and thrust, 5th-gen warfare is an information fight. Sensor fusion turns disparate inputs into a single, clear battlespace picture. U.S. jets fuse at scale, decades of software, testing, and coalition networks. The J-20 fields a large AESA, distributed apertures, and EO targeting. Bold detection claims clash with radar physics and low observable realities. The measure is not one sensor, but how all integrate under stress. Fusion maturity demands years of iteration and flight hours. EW resilience is vital. Jamming, spoofing, deception decide survival. Less proven fusion risks lower awareness, slower reactions, higher workload. US suites are combat proven. J-20 systems appear less mature and more vulnerable. The J-20's unseen digital battlespace, fusion and EW, remains a critical, less visible vulnerability. Not all fighters share the same mission. Design dictates strengths. The F-22 is a thoroughbred for air superiority, agility, speed, close-range lethality. The J-20 favors size and fuel volume, built for long-range interception and strike. Penetrate fast, engage from distance with long-range missiles like the PL-15. High-value targets, tankers and AWACS, sit squarely in its mission set. It prioritizes speed and sensor reach over tight turn performance. Most J-20s lack thrust vectoring, key to super maneuverability. Heavier airframe, slower turn, at a dogfight disadvantage against F-22 or even late F-16s. Doctrine leans on beyond visual range kills to avoid the merge. Reports suggest no internal cannon, acceptable at range, a handicap up close. A formidable long-range interceptor, less versatile than F-35 and less dominant in close-in fights than F-22. There is no substitute for the crucible of real combat. Simulations and exercises train, but cannot fully replicate true chaos and stress. Combat records reveal reliability, survivability, and true combat effectiveness. The J-20 has no combat record. Its performance is largely theoretical. F-35s have flown strike, ISR, and policing across multiple conflicts. F-22 deployments and exercises yielded decades of valuable insights. Harsh lessons, like the F-117 shootdown, drive real improvements. J-20 hasn't been exported or tested in multinational drills. This isolation limits benchmarking, interoperability, and iterative fixes. Until it is tested at scale, key truths about its engines, avionics, EW, and stealth remain unproven. The J-20 is a landmark achievement and potent symbol of rising power. It places China among few nations fielding a domestic 5th-gen fighter. With long-range, payload, and modern sensors, it projects regional power. Yet engine challenges leave many airframes underpowered. Size and design choices complicate all aspects stealth. Avionics and fusion likely trail combat-proven US systems. It is specialized, less agile than the F-22, less versatile than the F-35, and it remains untested in actual combat. But China is iterating quickly. WS-15, stealth refinements, software upgrades. Future variants may resolve today's limits. View it as an evolving threat, formidable yet flawed in an increasingly contested air domain.